told Trump one genius way to end North Korea for good. Former UN Ambassador John Bolton may technically be retired from politics, but that is not gonna keep him from talking about it. He has one piece of advice for President Trump that he thinks is the only way left to win in Korea. Bolton said it's high time we help South Korea conquer North Korea and end the Korean War. The former UN ambassador sure as heck did not mince his words when he went on Fox's Sunday Morning Futures and said, "The only diplomatic option left is to end the North Korean regime by effectively having the South take it over." When the stand-in host tried to argue with Bolton that his solution was not really diplomatic, he fired back. "Well, that is their problem, not ours. Because anybody who thinks more diplomacy with North Korea, more sanctions, whether against North Korea, or an effort to apply sanctions against China, is just giving North Korea more time to increase its nuclear arsenal, increase its ballistic missile capability, increase the accuracy of its guidance systems and put us, South Korea, and Japan in more jeopardy." Plain and simple. Look, a war with North Korea sounds terrible. It sounds bloody, expensive, and potentially nuclear. However, if we wait, the outlook simply looks grimmer. If you think Trump should take Bolton's advice, let him know by sharing this everywhere. Not again. Hurricane Irma could destroy this state worse than what hit Texas. Another massive hurricane is brewing, just after Hurricane Harvey wreaked so much havoc and devastation on Texas and Louisiana. This one is named Irma, and Florida is in trouble. Governor Rick Scott has declared a state of emergency for every single county in his state. Hurricane Irma is now coming in as a Category 4 storm. His order states, Hurricane Irma poses a severe threat to the entire state of Florida, and requires that timely precautions are taken to protect the communities, critical infrastructure, and general welfare of this state, the order states. Here's what she looks like now. Courtesy of Fox News via YouTube.com. While she's expected to go up the East Coast, there's a small chance she could move into the Gulf of Mexico, where Harvey just left. While I hate to see a hurricane of that magnitude hit anywhere, it would be so awful if another went into the Gulf so soon after Harvey. I hope you will share this out everywhere, to warn those in the path of Irma to get out of her path sooner rather than later. We've already seen enough lives lost from one tragic hurricane this year. Please share and comment. Be safe. H.T. The Hill. The brink. China just answered Trump on North Korea. Will it mean nuclear war? On Sunday, President Trump warned the world that he will consider cutting off trade with countries doing business with North Korea. This proves that Trump does not want war. He hopes to be able to avoid it if at all possible, by really turning the heat up on countries that continue to trade with North Korea. Like China. China's foreign ministry spokesman responded this way. What is definitely unacceptable to us is that on the one hand we work so hard to peacefully resolve this issue and on the other hand our interests are subject to sanctions and jeopardized. He also said he felt it was unfair. I don't think Trump's plan of action is unacceptable or unfair at all. China may have worked so hard to peacefully resolve things with North Korea, but it clearly has not worked. After all, North Korea just claimed to have successfully tested a miniaturized hydrogen bomb capable of fitting on an intercontinental ballistic missile. Watch here. Courtesy of CBS News via YouTube.com. This is no joke, y'all. This madman in North Korea must be stopped and China holds the cards to stopping them without war. Trump must keep up the pressure on China. If you agree, please help Trump by commenting "Stay on China" and share to gather support from everywhere. H.T. The Hill. Shock attack. Nikki Haley just said the 3 words North Korea was praying she wouldn't say. U.S. Ambassador to the UN Nikki Haley urged the UN to exhaust all diplomatic actions for North Korea before it is too late at an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council on Monday. The talks come in wake of North Korea's sixth nuclear test over the weekend. Pyongyang claims that the test was of an advanced hydrogen bomb, which could be used on long-range missiles. Haley pointed out decades of diplomatic failures in North Korea, saying that enough is enough. 24 years of half measures and failed talks is enough. President Trump tweeted that stopping trade with all of North Korea's trading partners is an option he is considering. That would include China. Haley backed up the president's threat, saying, "The U.S. will look at every country that does business with North Korea as giving aid." Haley said that North Korea seems to be begging for war and noted that although the U.S. does not want war, our country's patience is not unlimited. Nikki Haley is not playing games, and she is making sure the entire international community knows she means business in North Korea. "We are lucky to have such a strong and forceful woman representing the U.S. on the world stage. Share this out if you support Nikki Haley." The Independent. Shutdown disgusted Chuck Grassley just gave Comey the worst news of his life. Senators Chuck Grassley, Irma, and Lindsey Graham, RSC, sent a letter to FBI Director Christopher Wray on Wednesday slamming former FBI Director James Comey, McClatchy reports. Grassley and Graham allege that Comey had written his statement exonerating Hillary Clinton of wrongdoing in her email investigation before the FBI had even interviewed several key witnesses. That's right, folks, Comey didn't even bother collecting all the facts before clearing Hillary. Can you imagine if this woman were actually elected? Grassley is the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, and Graham is a senior committee member. Their letter states, "It appears that in April or early May of 2016, Mr. Comey had already decided he would issue a statement exonerating Secretary Clinton. That was long before FBI agents finished their work. Mr. Comey even circulated an early draft statement to select members of senior FBI leadership. The outcome of an investigation should not be prejudged while FBI agents are still hard at work trying to gather the facts. Yeah. Makes loads of sense. But only in the topsy-turvy world of the Clintons would people be cleared before getting all the evidence." Grassley and Graham noted that as many as 17 key witnesses, including former Secretary Clinton and several of her closest aides, had not been interviewed by the time Comey started writing his draft. Luckily, with the Senate Judiciary Committee on the case, the truth seems to be finally catching up to her and Comey. McClatchy. Barron Trump is about to get an incredible surprise at the White House very soon. 3 portraits are on their way to the White House: a painting of President Trump, First Lady Melania Trump, and a very special portrait of President Trump hugging his youngest son, Barron. The portraits were a gift from Barry Wingard, an artist and Trump supporter. Wingard contacted Congressman Mike Kelly, who helped get the paintings delivered to the White House. Originally only the 2 paintings of Melania and President Trump were planned, but when Rep. Kelly and one of Trump's staff members saw the portrait of the president hugging Barron, they knew they had to have that one too. The portrait is from a picture of the father and son at the Republican National Convention in 2016. This could be the first portrait of a president and his son to ever be hung at the White House. It's unknown where the portraits will be hung in the White House. That will be decided by President Trump and the First Lady. Check out the portraits in this video. This painting is so sweet, and something the father and son will surely cherish the rest of their lives. Love the First Family? Share this loud and proud, patriots. HTTMZ. Perfect. Sean Spicer just got a brand new job that will make Trump proud. It's been a while now since Sean Spicer resigned from the White House. Since then we have had 10 days of Scaramucci and the much more successful Sarah Huckabee in charge. Still, a lot of us have been wondering, where did Spicer go? Now we know. Sean Spicer is not simply retiring or returning to the Navy. Instead, he went and got a job with a company called Worldwide Speakers Group. Politico got their hands on a sample pitch by the company for Spicer. Audiences around the world will benefit from the same candor, wit, and insight that Spicer brought to the White House briefing room. It is good to see Sean Spicer landing on his feet after everything the media put him through. They really treated him like less than a human for their own gain. It is sad, not funny, that the press secretary felt he had to sneak past the reporters just to get home after work. Hopefully, his new job will treat him and pay him far better. And hopefully, now the press won't act like rabid hounds over every move he makes. Either way, I am sure President Trump is very glad to see his friend and former employee happy and busy once again. Help wish Sean Spicer well by sharing this everywhere and comment good luck. Good luck. Barron Trump's big plans for tomorrow will make every American smile. Barron Trump is starting school. Barron will be attending St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland, and is the first child to ever go to that school. The school's first full day in on September 5, and Barron is believed to be starting 6th grade. Before starting at St. Andrew's, Barron had attended Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School on the Upper West Side of Manhattan while he lived in New York. With all of the hubbub surrounding his dad, and being away from his former school friends, we can only hope he has an easy transition and enjoys school like any other normal kid. St. Andrews enrolls around 580 students from pre-K to 12th grade, and is known for having a highly individualized curriculum so all kids can learn at their own speed. Melania is highly involved in Barron's schooling and chose St. Andrews personally. When she chose St. Andrews, she put out the statement, "We are very excited for our son to attend St. Andrew's Episcopal School. It is known for its diverse community and commitment to academic excellence. The mission of St. Andrews is to know and inspire each child in an inclusive community dedicated to exceptional teaching, learning, and service, all of which appealed to our family. We look forward to the coming school years at St. Andrews." With his awesome family behind him, it looks like he's off to a good start. Share this out if you hope Barron has a great year. Chicago Tribune, Ed Week. Right after speaking to astronaut, Trump says 4 words that shocked the media to their core. Astronauts Peggy Whitson and Jack Fisher came back to Earth from the International Space Station this weekend. President Trump got to speak to them and congratulate them for their incredible accomplishments while in space, The Hill reports. The White House readout of the president's call to the astronauts is as follows. "They make us all very proud. Exploration has always been at the core of who we are as Americans, and their brave contributions to human spaceflight have continued that great tradition. But here's the best part. The president personally called out Peggy Whitson, who set a U.S. record for longest consecutive days in space at 665 days. President Trump said she was an inspiration to us all, and added, especially to young women interested in or currently pursuing careers in science, technology, engineering and math. The especially to young women part is key here. The media and the left in general are always going on about how President Trump hates women or thinks they are less than men. But that couldn't be further from the truth. As this quote shows, the president is proud of the incredible women scientists in this country and he wants to encourage even more. The media definitely isn't going to advertise this one though, so share it loud and proud, patriots. The Hill.